What's up guys, Alex here, DefqonVegan. So today I have a great way for you to enjoy lentils, a traditional Indian style dal, and it is really good. I've been loving it. We're gonna show you how to make this today. Hopefully this is something you can enjoy, and I'll kind of give you some tips at the end of different ways you can add more to this kind of basic recipe. If this is a recipe you like, please go ahead and share it. It will help me out as well as help somebody else find out how to make this delicious Indian curry. Okay, so the first step is making the rice. I'll take a little bit of this vegan butter, around a tablespoon, or maybe like 2 teaspoons should be good. And as that butter starts to cook down, you're gonna add your rice. 1, 2. Before the rice burns, you wanna quickly stir it around, get it all coated in that vegan butter. For 2 cups, I'll be using 3 cups of water. As soon as it starts boiling, I like to turn the burner down to 1. Simmer it until most of the water is, or all of the water is gone, and then you can just turn the burner off and just leave it there while it finishes cooking. Then you're gonna move on to making the actual curry. I'll link the original recipe below as well. I changed it up a little bit. I took out some of the fat, I took out garlic. You start by sauteing the spices. Start it heating up. The original recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. I use about 1. I'm just kind of guesstimating it. As it starts heating up, you're gonna need 2 spices, cumin, crushed red pepper. So when you know it's ready is when you kind of smell the olive oil start to heat up. So from there is when you can add your spices in. But about a tablespoon or so of cumin and about 2 teaspoons of the crushed red pepper. This goes for just about a minute. You don't want to burn it. So from there, you'll chop up an onion. You're supposed to have a whole onion. This is all I had left. You want to chop them up really small and fine. From there, go ahead and add in your onions. You're gonna saute these for right about a minute as well. So these will saute for right about a sauteing red pepper is gonna get you. Whoa, it's like tear gas. Saute your onion. Jesus. You're gonna add in some veggie broth. We have powder here, but if you were using a liquid, you would do 2 cups of veggie broth. Start it off with 4 cups of water. Then you're going to add in about 2 tablespoons or so of veggie broth powder, or like I said, you would just do 2 of these cups of water as a veggie broth. Instead, if you had a liquid, add in some cumin, which is gonna give it that nice yellow Indian curry feel. Tumeric. I'm pretty sure I called this the wrong thing. I actually prefer more here. I liked about a full tablespoon to really give it that yellow color. Then you're just gonna add in a bit of salt. So I don't go too hard on here, just a little bit of salt to give it a little more flavor. So the final thing you're going to add is the lentils. I personally really like red lentils and they're cheaper and easier to find, but whatever lentils you really wanna use. If you used a green or a black lentil, you just wanna cook them longer until they're nice and soft. If you are someone who's a little more sensitive to just beans and lentils in general, rinse them very thoroughly before you put them in the water. So this recipe calls for about 1.5 cups here of lentils. So stir your lentils in real good here, just get them all mixed in there. And then from there, it's pretty much a waiting game. So right about when this starts to bubble is when you're gonna turn it down. I'm gonna turn it down to about a 4 or 5, just like a low simmer. And you're just gonna let that cook for a while, about 20 minutes or so, but stir it pretty frequently. This cooks better with a lid as well. So if you have a lid big enough for your pan or your pot, you could go ahead and do that. And just check on the lentils and make sure they're cooked and nice and soft. By now your rice should be about ready to turn the burner off. So I'm just gonna turn the burner off, back down to 0, and just let it sit there. We'll come back and check on this in about 20 minutes or so. At this point though, if you wanted to add in any more vegetables or anything to this, you're welcome to. I just wanted to show you the absolute base recipe of what it looks like. From here, you could feel free to chop up a little bit of potatoes or carrots and add them in there as well. So once your dal is starting to look about like this, where it's starting to lose some of the water, everything's getting kind of mushy, then you can go ahead and taste it, see how it tastes. If it needs a little more time to cook and you're running low on water, add a little bit of water, but you should end up with not like a soup, it just should be solid lentil when you're done, but still pretty juicy. and that is how you make some awesome vegan Indian dal lentil curry. I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Please share this again if you can think of anybody who might be interested in this recipe. If you make it, let me know. Send me a picture on Instagram or something. I'd love to see it and see how it turned out, or if you do anything crazy or fancy with it. And leave a comment, let me know if you try it. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I'd like to do more recipe videos in the future. If you have any ideas, leave them there as well. I said like up this video, and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Eat plants, get huge.